I want to talk to you about Leanafy, and the question is this warehouse management system actually worth it this year? Let's have a conversation about that. So here's a presentation I want you to really pay attention to. So when you think about the Leanafy, what should you think about? First of all, let me give you the presentation that you need to keep in mind. So when you think about Leanafy, I want you to think about an inventory management system that really caters to different types of customers, such as B2B, 3PL, e-commerce, traders, manufacturers, and distributors. So the point I'm trying to make here is you have a pretty diverse customer database, okay? And Leanafy is a warehouse management system that offers more than just the basic features of pick, pack, and ship. It is actually designed to adapt to the unique processes of a business, making it very easy to scale and grow without ever having to switch to a different system. So that's really good in terms of, like, if you are a small business, if you're a startup right now and you go with the Leanafy, the cool thing is as you grow, as your revenue grows, as your operation grows, as your activities, your cash inflows and cash outflows, your inventory flows grow, you don't have to actually switch to a different app. You can stay within Leanafy. That's really good. All you have to do is maybe upgrade to the next tier when it comes to pricing. So what sets Leanafy apart from other WMS options, it's really its ability to customize and streamline operations based on the needs of each business. And the cool thing is that you have the ability to see that as you tap into, for instance, supply chain management, warehouse management, inventory optimization. So you see the change depending on the specific modules that you have, and the modules are very important. I'll speak later on about the modules. So with Leanafy, you can expect increased efficiency, reduced errors, and improved overall performance. So you have the ability to get things right from the get-go. And what we also love in addition is that Leanafy offers a user-friendly interface and intuitive navigation, making it very easy for employees to learn and use. Because the last thing you want is to have a workflow, like inventory workflow software, to be complicated, right? Because you want to make your staff job a lot as much as easy as possible. The system also includes advanced reporting and analytics features, allowing businesses to track inventory, monitor performance, and make data-driven decisions. So that's really good. So when you think about Leanafy, I want you to think about a relatively recent addition to the whole world of inventory management, because the software was created in 2018. That's not really long ago, but they are based in the States, and they are really kicking ass like crazy. It's just fantastic. Let me talk to you about the benefits that you can really expect to have when you think about Leanafy. And the thing about Leanafy here is that Leanafy is constantly embellishing, constantly beautifying its feature set. We love that a lot. But the benefits are very simple. First of all, you have barcode scanning, you have customization, you have a blockchain-based QR code, you have cloud-based software, you have inventory management, among others. Let me break it down for you. Let me go granular. So when I'm talking about barcode scanning, the whole thing is that Leanafy provides its customers with barcode technology, which really ensures faster processing of the orders in the right quantity, quality, and time. And in terms of customization, you have the ability to actually get things done properly. For instance, establishing a warehouse management system really enhances productivity across the board. It also provides efficient output. So often there is a limitation of the warehouse management system where, for instance, were to upgrade the process with the technology, most of the existing software demands the business owner to change their current processes, which you don't want to do anyway. Like as you grow, you want to keep growing with the same software tool. That's what I was just telling you a little earlier when I mentioned scalability. So and what Leanafy does is that it creates customized software for its developers by letting the customers create their own warehouse management system with plug and play functionality. So that's really cool. So you have the flexibility that we love to see there. You have a blockchain based QR code also. And so Leanafy uses blockchain based QR code that allows you to procure your private data from multiple servers and actually update it right away. So that's really fantastic. One thing I want to say also is that we love the fact that this is a cloud-based software tool. So which means that you can access your data anytime and from anywhere around the world with Leanafy cloud-based software. The geographical barriers are basically eliminated as your team can access the data whenever required. And you also have inventory management. Of course, Leanafy inventory management system ensures that you never go out of stock and the product is ready to be dispatched without any delay. And the inventory management system also focuses on the inbound and outbound flow of inventory to the overall supply chain management. Fantastic. You also have a cycle counts. So when we talk about the benefits, you have cycle counts. So with Leanafy, cycle counts are completed within minutes by actually setting your cycle counts on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis. And if your inventory demands, you can actually set the cycle count to daily. Also, it depends on your needs and activity, and also the niche you're in. And so this sort of cycle counts clarification ensures the high accuracy of your inventory. And when you really think about it, it's all about eliminating the root problems that are directly or indirectly affecting your efficiency when you think about it. And you also have a kitting and light manufacturing. So when selling products that are related to each other or can be used together, you want to process such products together rather than processing them individually, which really can increase the chances of an error in your order. And the kitting solution within Leanafy allows you to really cut down on the shipping cost. Now, the problem is it does cut down on the shipping cost, but it doesn't do it in a streamlined manner. In other words, there are certain errors that can creep into your inventory management that Leanafy is not able to fix yet. And so what we love overall is that when we talk about kitting and light manufacturing, we're talking about the fact that Leanafy does a great job in terms of preparing your team for processing the correct orders as soon as they arrive. So when you have the kitting and light manufacturing system, you can create kits easily, your team, that is. You also have lot control. So the lot control system helps you in tracking every piece of inventory that enters the warehouse by assigning numbers such as lot IDs. And the lot ID really is a code that identifies the product's batch number and expiration date. And this system is kind of beneficial for all sorts of products and highly recommended perishable products. It also allows the easy recalling of the products whenever required. And Leanafy allows you to organize your inventory process by first in, first out, or last in, first out. So first in, first out, FIFO, or last in, first out. Last in, first out, LIFO. This is kind of cool. You also have a productivity module. So this is another area where you have benefits. So Leanafy provides you with a productivity module, which helps you to allocate your resources in such a manner that every resource is utilized to its maximum capacity without any wastage. So be your employees or your equipment, Leanafy will ensure that all of your resources are being used effectively and efficiently. You also have inventory batching. So inventory batching is used for post-sales tracking of your inventory for recalls, quality control, ownership, etc. And what happens here is that a unique ID is assigned to every item, which is really unique. And this number can be used for tracing items, warranties, and ownership. That's just fantastic. I want to talk to you about the value added here. So when we talk about the value added, you have different categories of value adding. So you have inventory management, you have a warehouse management, you have, so when we talk about inventory management, we're talking about serialization, but we're talking about revenue generation also. Let me break it down for you. When we talk about inventory management, we're talking about back ordering, and back ordering is kind of cool, especially when you have a multi-geography, a multi-location warehouse, or multi-geography depot, inventory depot, for instance. Back ordering helps you in terms of inventory control also, which is another feature within inventory management. Within Leanafy, you have inventory optimization, you have a mobile access, pretty quintessential. You have inventory, you have order fulfillment, you have reporting / analytics in all its granularity. You have shipping, you have warehouse management. That's very important. Okay. And so when we talk about Leanafy in general, we are paying attention to a few metrics, a few criteria for revenue generation. And when we actually turn our eyes to a warehouse management, we're paying attention to 3PL management, for example. 3PL management is kind of quintessential in terms of generating revenue. 3PL, third party logistics, okay? You also have to think about barcoding, RFID. It's an important element. You have a category customization. You have dashboard. You have inventory management. Now, inventory management is kind of quintessential to Leanafy, though. This is the core nature of this tool to really help you manage inventory in a streamlined manner. Really, when you think about it, you also have a multi-location. Quality control plays an important role here to make sure that your assets are under the right supervision at all times. You have returns management, you have shipping management, you have stock management, and you have tracking. So that's kind of cool in terms of giving you an A to Z vision of your inventory management. I want to talk to you about specs. So when we think about Leanafy inventory management, what kind of specs should you really keep in mind? Now, you have a lot of specs, but I'm going to really focus on a few of them here. So you have, when we talk about licensing and deployment, you have a proprietary software tool that is cloud hosted, that is web hosted. So you have those two possibilities here. It can be cloud hosted / web hosted. And in terms of accessing the tool itself, you can have it iPhone through iPhone, iPad, for instance. You can have Android, you can have Windows, you can have Mac, you can have Linux. So you can see that you have a variety of deployment options when it comes to this inventory service. And when we talk about email, chat, phone, you have the support is available via email, via chat, via phone, via 24/7 support. So this is really important in terms of possibilities there. In terms of training, you have in-person and you have documentation. So that's really cool in terms of giving you the scalability you need to sort of track your inventory in real time, especially when you have your inventory dispersed across multiple locations and multiple geographies, multiple states, multiple countries. Okay, and so Leanafy allows you to centralize all this inventory in a single dashboard, so you can really monitor things from a single dashboard. So that's really cool in terms of helping you like instill a sense of an extra layer of clarity, an extra layer of granularity, an extra layer of optimization in your inventory management, but also in your supply chain management, because those two work hand in hand: inventory management, warehouse management, and supply chain management, when done right, of course, when done right. Let me talk to you about the pricing here. When we think about Leanafy, what kind of pricing should you have? So you can see on the screen that the Leanafy is not really disclosing any pricing on its website. Instead, they want you to contact the Leanafy customer service in the States. Okay, so you can call them at 1-844-Leanafy, 1-844-Leanafy, and that's 1-844-532-6238. And they also want you to fill out a form. You give your name, first name, last name, your work email address, your phone number, everything, so that they have more information about you. So what happens here is that they will give you, they will allow you to have a free demo. So you have a chance to go through the software. You see exactly what's happening. And then what happens in the end is that you are able to know exactly whether or not the software is right for you, and if you can use it. Okay, and but the cool thing about Leanafy is that it is adaptable to all kinds of situations. But hey, listen, you're gonna have to call them. That's the bottom line. They want you to call them. They want you to contact them to have a clear idea. When you contact them, please specify three things: your needs in terms of inventory management, in terms of transactional inflows and outflows, like how much inventory are you contemplating processing through your operations every month or every week or every quarter. That's number one. Number two, they want to have the number of clients you have, number of clients, and number three, they want to have number of warehouse users. So what kind of what is the count of staff members that you have allocated to your warehousing operations? So Leanafy wants to have a clear idea about those specifics before giving you a quote, and they'll give you a quote based on those metrics. The cool thing about Leanafy is that Leanafy is not really is relatively affordable compared to all other reviews, all other software that we have reviewed on this show. The company has maintains headquarters in India, but also in the states. So in the states, they are in Indiana, the state of Indiana, and but in India, of course, they are in India. And one thing we love about this tool is that it is customizable. So it is customizable. It is lean. It is streamlined. It really instill a layer of clarity, a layer of streamlining in your operation. And but the pricing is happening on a monthly basis, but it's just better to go with an annual billing so that they can actually give you a discount that can go all the way to 33%. So if you sign up for annual billing, you are paying less than less than 30. You're paying 70 what 67% actually. So that's really good to really think about that. So go with the annual billing. So our question is this worth it or not? Is Leanafy worth it or not? Is this tool, should you get it or just ditch it? Well, we think that basically Leanafy is a great software tool. It's a great warehouse management system tool. It's a great inventory management system tool that can really help you optimize your inventory, sort of have a clear idea about your inventory levels, and we will recommend it. The only thing is that you will need to call Leanafy to really give them more information about your operations. Now, in general, when we think about choosing a warehouse management system, whether it is Leanafy or an alternative, you got to really map out your WMS requirements, your warehouse management system requirements. So, which processes would you run through the WMS? What improvements you like to see with WMS? Which integrations you require a connection to? Those are really important. Which features are a must-have and which are a would like to have? So, like nice to have versus must-have. And but you need to really also need to understand the key features and benefits of each option when it comes to when you actually go through when you call Leanafy, you want to ask them those questions, okay? And so you want to explore the features and benefits that each solutions provider offers, whether it is a Leanafy or one of its competitors. And you want to research each WMS for a deeper understanding. You want to consider the cost of the system versus the return on investment, because this is going to make the proposition a sustainable one over time, and then you make your final decision. So with all the information you have pieced together through comparing features to requirements, speaking to users of the system, and considering cost versus ROI, you can make an informed and measured decision about which warehouse management system will work best for your business. And we're not just talking about working for your business in the next 3 months or next 3 years. We're talking about 10 years, 5 years, 10, 15 years, 20 years, even 30 years. It's all about scalability. That's really an important element to think about. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I want to recap to this conversation. So I was talking to you about Leanafy. This is a WMS, and I gave you the presentation, the benefits, the value added, the specs, the pricing, and I was just asking you whether I was telling you whether this tool is worth it, and it is. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.